And this is how you remove a cheap, crappy exhaust. Just like that. Drop that bitch. I mean, look at this. Everything, it's in pieces. Look at that. Fuck. What's up? What's up? We got some new things for the Z. We got a clutch. We got a throwout bearing. We made some room there for the transmission. Of course, we're gonna take everything apart. You might as well replace that main seal. We're gonna replace that main seal on the engine. We're gonna be doing pressure plate and clutch. Z1 provides you with the alignment tool and everything. As you upgrade everything, I mean, it's only natural to upgrade everything else. So this is an upgraded piece. We're gonna gain some reliability here, okay? And since we have to take that flywheel off, it's a good idea to inspect it and probably get it resurfaced, okay? I got some flywheel bolts here. Now, where we're gonna live for the next couple of hours is down here. That's right. All right, we're under here, underneath the Z. We have a couple of bolts around the housing. You gotta remove. Let me see if I could get the lights going here. All right, all along there. They have a couple in the top. All right, we got quite a bit to take apart. It doesn't look too bad. This is where I'm gonna be for the next couple of hours. We'll see what happens.
It doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happens. Well, we'll see what exactly happens. Getting into this project, I had no idea the challenges I was up against. You see, I have done projects like this hundreds of times, where I just disconnect some things, disconnect the drive shaft, disconnect the wiring harness, and drop the transmission. Is pretty smooth. But this Z had a surprise for me. It had something in store that I was not ready for.
They hit something, and yeah, I'm not having a good time right now. Let's see if I could chisel this out of the way so we could take this bolt.
So I wish I could say that this was it. This was the challenge. This was the hard part. But actually, this was a walk in the park compared to what was going to happen to me. And I had no clue whatsoever. So here I am disconnecting the rear sub support or cross member. I'm sure one of you guys on YouTube will correct me. But before I knew it, I had that out of the way and I started removing the exhaust. And the exhaust was fairly crappy, to say. It was a custom straight pipe exhaust and it was crap. For the record, I would never put anything like this on my vehicle.
And this is how you remove a cheap, crappy exhaust. Just like that. Drop that bitch.
And before I knew it, I was already dropping the drive shaft.
Alright, let's check out how far we have come. So, exhaust is out, drive shaft is out.
Everything up to this point goes fairly smooth. You know, you're working on your back, but everything seems to be coming apart okay and not giving me too much of a headache. So, up to this point, I feel like it's not going to be too bad. I'm going to win in this one, and before I know it, I can put this transmission back on, and we could drive the Z again. But little did I know what the heck was going to happen.
Alright, so we had to drain the gear oil out of the transmission. So when this goes down this way, so I could access the bolts in the top, it doesn't spill gear oil all over the floor.
I actually remember the first time I did that. I removed the transmission, I lowered it without draining the gear oil. There was a hot mess all over the floor, and it took me forever just to clean it up. And I had to lay in it while I worked on the vehicle. It was horrible. Well, we all learn from our mistakes, and hopefully you can learn from mine. Well, right here you can see me lowering the transmission so I could access the bolts in the top. But I don't have any footage of that because during the process I knocked over the camera and I recorded the floor. So here you can see me removing the plate that actually sits in between the engine and the transmission. We actually replaced this, and you could see it in one of our shorts. It was actually broken when we purchased the vehicle. So all through this process, I'm noticing that some of the bolts are really loose and some of them are tight. It actually was giving me clues for what I was about to find out.
Alright guys, so I have made this transmission jack adapter. So the way it's going to work is this bolt right here mounts on the jack, okay? And when you slide this piece underneath, it'll fall into place in here, okay? Keeping it from moving when I'm pulling the transmission. And the transmission's gonna sit on here. You can put this guy like that. Boom. Alright, so here we are. Got the jack. Got my little adapter. I strapped it onto the transmission. Alright. And you guys will be the first ones to know if it works or not. Maybe this will be my last YouTube video.
So I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just buy a transmission jack adapter? Well, Amazon was 2 days away, Harbor Freight had none in stock, and I have no patience. And to tell you the truth, I could find any excuse just to make anything, just to build something. I just like the process of making things, so this was a great excuse to build a transmission jack adapter.
Alright, so here's a little update. I had to remove the shifter linkage here. Had to take all that apart because I couldn't pull the transmission back far enough to have some clearance to drop it. So, got this out of the way.
And I have to say, overall, the transmission jack adapter did its job. It did what it was supposed to, and I've done this job with 2 jacks before. This was a lot easier than doing that. So here you can see me inspecting the clutch, trying to figure out what type of brand it is, and I hadn't even noticed.
Now check this out. This is the whole reason I wanted to take this transmission apart. And I wanted to get to the clutch and replace everything, replace the throwout bearing. I had noticed that there was noise coming from the throwout bearing, and look at that thing. It came apart. Look at this, guys. It's a good thing I took this apart, huh? This is what happens when you put cheap Chinese shit on your cars. I mean, look at this. Everything, it's in pieces. Look at that. Fuck.
This was the moment everything started going downhill. I discovered that the bolts were on too tight on the slave cylinder, so I figured it was no match for the Milwaukee, so I brought out the DeWalt, and still I could not break it loose. So I decided to get the ratchet with an extension and try to break it loose by hand, but as you can see, everything was so tight that I still couldn't break it loose. And you can see me struggling here to just make something work and catch, but it was not happening. So I actually ended up bringing out the 1/2-inch impact, and I actually had to use an extractor and hammer it on and use the 1/2-inch impact to drive it out. But eventually I was able to break it loose and get it out of there. And this wasn't even the worst to come. Obviously the guy that was here before me didn't use a torque wrench, probably never even heard of a torque wrench. And it shows throughout the whole vehicle because we found loose lug nuts where wheels were practically loose. And also the complete opposite. There were some lug nuts that were so tight we couldn't break it loose with the impact gun. We had to use a breaker bar to break them loose, which were way too tight. So I have a message for the ex-owner of the vehicle, because he told me that he would take it to his mechanic to get work done. Dude, stop taking it there. The guy doesn't know what he's doing and he's ripping you off. So here you can see me removing the old slave cylinder. And I later looked up the part number and I discovered that he purchased it from Amazon. So for some reason he put on this Z1 pressure plate, clutch, and flywheel. He got the whole package and decided to save $100. It was just $100 more and he could have got a performance slave cylinder with throwout bearing. The whole assembly, just $100 more for a performance one. And yeah, they went cheap on that and it just came apart.
Alright, we're gonna find out what other surprises we have in store here.
So our cores, I say that, and I had no clue what was gonna happen. This was not staged. This is not a prank. I was going through all the bolts. Everything was breaking loose. Everything was coming out. And you're gonna see what happens when I make it to the last one. You're gonna see. And like I said, it was not staged, and that's why you can't see the video very good right here. But I left it in there so you could see when I reach the last bolt. Look what happens.
All right, last one. That's not good at all. Oh, fuck. That means that bitch has been cross-threaded. Motherfuck you.
Obviously, I was very frustrated.